Hi Champs. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're returning Sabi, welcome back. This is just me posting receipts. I want to be clear that I practice what I preach. So I'm gonna show you an example where I was interested in a complex and I reached out and I asked for the levy statement and for the latest rate statement. And it has to be the latest. So we're in August now. I think I reached out beginning of this week and I'm getting a July statement. I would have accepted a June statement, I would have accepted a May statement, I wouldn't have accepted anything prior to that. Right? Reason being, you want to see with your eyes, not hear from the agent, what the actual monthly deductions are, right? That are going to be expected from you. It doesn't matter if I'm buying for investment or I'm buying to stay in. In this instance, I'm buying to stay in, which makes it also important because I can't deduct anything from SARS. It's just me. It's gonna come from me. Yeah, I understand. So the apartment is valued at 770,000. Right. This is the email that I got from the agent. So we had tried to do a viewing last week, but I couldn't. I was hiking with a friend, and then they tried midweek at 10, and I'm like, Njani, ndingumntu. So that didn't work, and they were trying for the following, weekend. I was like, I'm open to it. My weekend is pretty open this week. Um, and so I was like, okay, cool. In the interim, before we find a suitable time, can you just send me the rates and the taxes as well as the levies? So this is obviously city of Cape Town because I'm looking to stay and like that's the plan for the next couple of years. So I was happy with the 234. I was gonna add like a 200 rand for sewage or dustbin collection. So I was happy with that amount, it being like not a clear cut one, but the levies, those ones I had to had. I had to have. Look at the email. Hi Tando, I don't have a COCT rates bill, but I can confirm that it's 34 per month, so I'm fine with that. It's okay. Um, Please see below regarding the levies. We can confirm as per the latest levy statement issued snippet below that there is no special levy currently running. Right? That gives me great comfort. Mind you, the email that I had initially sent was, please can I have the latest rates and taxes. Please feel free to redact any personal information of the current owner. Add that because what smart agents will do, or they're not smart, but clever, they'll say, no, we can't. It has personal information, what. Redact. Ask them to redact it. If they can't redact or they can't send it, that complex is not for you. Don't bother. Don't do the back and forth with the agent because if you're doing the back and forth with our viewer, the whole process is going to be a back and forth. So they're showing me the invoice now. There's no special levy. That's important, right? It gives me comfort that the amount I'm seeing here is likely the amount that I'm going to be paying month on month, right? Since it's a July number, so August, September, October. If I put it on offer now, October, this is roughly the amount that I have to budget for. Admin levies for the unit, it's 1,264, right? Those are on the high end already, right? But those levies include sewage in Cape Town, right? Fine. They're a bit high, but it's a two-bedroom. I'm looking at 1416. Why? Because that's what I've been seeing at other complexes. Why? Because I've been viewing. Why? Because I know that when I'm ready to buy, I would have known what I want and I would have known what I don't want. Why? Because I'm not desperate, right? I'm not going to go and view, oh, I like the kitchen and go and buy without running the numbers, without viewing multiple ones, without knowing what I want, without knowing what I don't want. For instance, I told you guys that a shower over the bath, it wants me dead in front and feel it. Like once I see that on a listing, Daival, I'm like, thanks. You understand? I can't know that until I've seen it and I'm like, this could never be me. This could never be me. You get me? I know what type of kitchen that I want. I'm not even a cooking girly. I can Pedro's chicken is waiting for me downstairs as I'm speaking. But I know what type of kitchen I want. Still, right? Why? Because in Badalela. It's not bana I'm gonna be asking for a place to stay. I'm going to be paying for it. And why do I know what type of kitchen I want? Because I've seen different types of kitchens when I've gone to the viewings. So I have a feel for what I want. I also have a feel for the numbers that I can expect to see, on statements for two-bedroom apartments that are 800, 850, because that's my budget. And understand? Fine. So 1.2 is a bit high, is what I'm saying. But I was giving color. I was adding color. Admin levies 341 for the garage. Sorry, Garage 341, that's too high. Daifuni garage, but that's too high. Already we're at 1.7. Already we're at 1.7. I haven't started with RMB and home loan and the bond. Already I'm at 1.7. Fine. Reserve levy 413. What does that mean? It means they need to paint. Sometimes they don't add a special levy, right? But a couple of years before they need to paint, they'll run the 10-year maintenance plan, find that there's a shortfall, and they'll up the reserve levy. That's why he's so clear on there is no special levy. Why? Because people are looking for a special levy. They're not looking for a maintenance plan that is 430. That is a third of the normal levy. What are you reserving that needs to be a third of the admin levy? Do you get what I'm saying? Mind you, this is actually more worrisome than a special levy, because a special levy, they'll tell you it's for 2 or 3 years. You'll ask for the body corporate meeting, where the trustees, got the, what's the name, the put on the mandate for the special levy. It'll probably have like a timeline, even if it's indicative. This, a 413 reserve levy, tells me that that's forever. It means that that thing is going to increase when the levies increase annually. 5, 6, 7, 8%. And then there's another garage. There's a reserve levy for the garage, 100 rand. That garage is costing me 450. The garage is costing me 450. The reserve is 420. The levies are 1.2. And then there's a CSOS levy, which is 15 rand 29. Again, I know that that is reasonable. I was willing to go up until 30 rand 40 for CSOS. So that's the ombudsman, where you go and you complain that these guys are chopping money, these guys are mismanaging money. That's where you deal with your body corporate and your trustees. That's the ombudsman that you go and you cry to. Then he says, regarding future special levies, while there are no plans for one at this time, please note that the special levies cannot be predicted or rolled out indefinitely. They may be imposed by resolution of the trustees or body corporate if unforeseen expense arise that cannot be covered by existing funds. The reserve fund levy currently built form part of the corporate's 10-year maintenance plan in line with the requirements of the Sectional Titles Scheme Management Act and its regulations. These contributions are specifically allocated for future maintenance and repair of common property. They need to paint, and they haven't been reserving over the years. You're coming in 2025, in 2026 they're painting. Ngemali yakho. Attached, please also find a copy of the body corporate rules and the financials. Please let me know should you have any further questions. Tando did not have any further questions. Utando had seen enough. Let me show you Tando's response. I'm just screen grabbing these things so that my email and the agent's email don't show. But I'm telling you for free, Tando did not have a further response. Tando had seen enough. Tando said, thanks, Alet. I'm going to pass. Garage and maintenance levy bit rich for a complex of this amount. I won't be viewing. Thanks, Tando. Once. Guys, when I'm saying something here, I'm practicing it in real life. Right? Why? Because I've got a short-term memory. I can't keep up with lies. I was telling a friend this weekend, when people ask me, questions that are invasive, I lie. So that the next time they're like, but didn't you say this? I'm going to say, oh, I lie when people ask me invasive questions. And then they can be like, oh, and then we can look at each other and be dumb. Because when's I? Yeah, I will. But yeah, so I've got a short-term memory. So if I say something here, I've done it in real life. I'm living it up, like, just so that I don't have a dual personality type of thing, right? To keep it clean. Anyways, I didn't end up viewing with Alet. It saved me a lot of time, because there was a Saturday morning that I would have to keep free. They don't do viewings usually on Sundays. There was a Saturday morning that I can't get back. I could be out on my bike. Nyauza. Gonna keep it short. Thanks for watching. Let me know in the comments, do you ask for a levy statement? Do you ask for a city of Cape Town, or city of Joburg, or city of Tshwane, or Buffalo City, or Mangaung? Do you ask for a statement? Or do you just believe what the agent is saying? And then after transfer, shook when they onboard you and they show you that levies are 2.4. And judge, I'm asking, we're learning, we're growing, we're getting better at property. It's not enough just to own now. You need to own the right kind of property. And for that, you need to learn, grow, and be better when you're putting in that offer, when you're signing that letter. Let me cut the video here. Thanks for watching.